haul from the Doll and Teddy Fair that I went to on Sunday. And I know that a lot of you have watched the video. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm just going to get my coffee. I got Henry here and I kept him in the outfit that he was wearing so you could see it much better because it is authentic vintage. Just sitting here, I can show you. He's asleep. He's had a bottle and he's asleep. He had a restless Saturday night, so on Sunday when you've seen in the show, he like slept. So he slept throughout the whole show. So he'd had a restless night. So he's got on a check shirt, brown check shirt, which is actually size 18 months. Look at him, he's absolutely delicious. And the romper is 12 months, so it's a bit too big. But I had to get it because it matches the Cindico. So it's got an elephant there, and it is like a white, and then it's got the brown trim. The only thing I did was higher up the buttons. So it's got a nice brown trim. And he also has a terry nappy on. So let's put the pushchair up here because he thought I would want to show you the pushchair. Because it is a Cindico pushchair, and if you see it on the table right there, it folds up so small. And he just looks so small in it because it's quite high up, and it's, you know, and it takes like 6-year-old. Takes mark on your head. Is that when one of your sisters has been kissing you? Hey? Is that when one of your sisters has been kissing you? Yeah, because they were for children from about 6 months upwards. As soon as they could sit, they would go in those. So they brought out these pushchairs because before the pushchairs, people were mostly walking everywhere and using the big bouncy prams that you see, because the children in those as well, you can have a child up to probably the age of 3 in those. I mean, my brother and my sister, my brother was 4 when my sister was born, and he often sat in the base. The brother and sister I grew up with, he actually sat in the pram while she was in the pram. And I know that we used to go up the village and go to the shop and do shopping, and he would sleep in the bottom. She would put the coats in the bottom and he'd sleep in the bottom. They were workhorses, weren't they, those old prams? And so then along came the advent of the car, and more people were getting cars, and they could put these big prams in their cars. Because if you look back, cars were smaller then. You can see his bum, look how big his bum looks. So he's got a terry nappy, and then he's got like a vintage cover on over the top. I'll show you in a minute. I don't think he's going to wake up for you. He's very sleepy, aren't you, mate? And yeah, so then they brought out these small prams because the cars were small back then. They think of like the Hillman Imp. Well, I can't remember because I can't remember what cars and that were back then. I'm talking about like the 70s. And my dad and my stepmonster, they didn't have a car for a long time. My dad worked in an abattoir, and the owner paid for my dad to have driving lessons. And my dad then got his lorry driving license, and he was a lorry driver for many years. And then we would borrow, we didn't own a car, then we would borrow cars. So we could go on holiday or something, and we would borrow people's cars for a week. It was kind of easier to do that back then. And then I don't think my dad had a car until his own car until I was really at secondary school. I think he had one before that because he'd left and was living with another woman, and he used to pick us up. So they must have had a car because they would pick us up on Sunday and take us out. So, but I don't remember Do you know what I mean? But anyway, that's besides the point. The point I was talking about was the Cindico. So not only does it fold flat like this, it then folds up and in like that. And then you have a clip to clip that bit together. So it's even goes that small. When I seen Mo on Sunday, she was like, it reclines, doesn't it? And I was like, yes, it actually does recline, but minutely. There's not even any point to it reclining because it's such a minute recline. I guess they just did it to try it out. They were trying things out, weren't they? And it's got, I don't know if you can, I did a video on it anyway. I've got the rain pouch that comes with it. So it's not rain cover that goes over it. It's like a cape that the kids wore. And then they had I think I got a picture of Toby wearing that. If I do, I'll add it in here. So hopefully remember to add that in there, because when I'll link when I find a video, because I would have shown you on video, and I remember doing a video anyway. So if I find it, I will link it in the description. So always check in the description, because sometimes I add on other videos in there that you might find interesting. So like if you enjoyed watching Timothy do planting and you wanted to see more of Timothy, in that description I probably would have put maybe Timothy's playlist, or maybe the other time me and Timothy were in the garden, something like that. So always check the description. So it's got the little Cindico badges on here. My favourite colours of the era are the browns, the reds and the yellow. I really love those colours, and I love stuff from the 70s. Obviously I was a child of the 70s, and because it was so traumatic childhood, that maybe I'm trying to recreate a better childhood for us in here. Love you guys. So yeah, there we go. I'll sit a minute at the end, because I don't want to get up again right now, but I will do it at the end. I'm going out in a minute to my daughter's, and I've been and had my appointments this morning. And I just want to move this off the table and get it packed away and get it out, and you know, it's exciting getting all my stuff. Oh, there is something I want to get from Hillside. But anyway, I'm going to show you this little fella with this is Terry nappy. Now, in the show, I was talking to Auntie Alison, and I said, Alison, you'd be so proud of me because he is wearing a Terry nappy, like you would off of the era. And her babies always wear Terry nappies. And she was like, yeah, but it's poking outside. You're right. And I said to her, God, I was on YouTube trying to find the way of actually putting it on, because there are like 3 ways of putting it on. Russ was going, what are you doing, making a kite? And then Alison said, well, kite is a name of a way of putting the nappy on. And I didn't know that. And so that's what he was saying. I thought he was taking the mickey out of me. But he wasn't. He was saying kite as in he remembered what that was. Like that. So Alison was telling me there are 3 ways. Anyway, Alison, I got on. But what I need are some proper safety pins of the era, you know, of the time. So this is a nappy cover. This is not so old. This is just the waterproof. I wanted to put the waterproof pants on, but I preferred using this. Oh, where's that come from? It's got a little mark on it. Where that's come from? It wasn't there when I did it. You haven't got any marks on you, have you? No. This is a junior. It's by Junior Joy, and it's a fold over cover. I mean, I can't imagine it's very absorbent, not like the old rubbers. I do have rubbers, but I didn't want to look for the rubbers. I'm sure they're in Annie's box in the nursery, but I was, you know, do what you can to get what you can out of it. This is your enjoyment, isn't it? And I was just like, no, I'm not going to do it. So Auntie Alison, I tried to do it. I tried to get it in the way, but I also need some proper nappy clips. So if anybody has got any for sale, just message me on Facebook, carolinerebornknight, or Instagram, carolinerebornknight, because I had to use a normal safety pin. And I didn't like that because the safety pins are big. I mean, I know you can get the more modern ones and they're not pins. I think they're like grips, are they? I don't know. Because of pinning your baby. But, you know, years ago we did use pins, big pins. So he does have a terry nappy on. I'm so proud of myself for doing that. I really wanted him to be authentic. I just wore like a big, a long dress, dress with like oranges and that in and blacks in to kind of match the buggy, match him, orange bracelet. I didn't go the whole like I did last year in the real 80s. I could have worn my big floppy hat, 70s. It was more like it's more like kind of like a hippie-ish kind of dress. I don't know. I actually wore it to Rebecca's baby shower last year. I bought it for the baby shower. So that's what I wore, and it's linen and it's very comfortable. Anyway, I'm just going to go and put him on the sofa, and hopefully he won't wet through the nappy with no cover on it. I tell you what, I'll put you in Grumpy's seat. Grumpy's got a leather chair. Mummy's seat is fabric. Grumpy's is leather. Oh gosh, Mummy's leg hurts. Oh. I have some lovely gifts from Sharon, and which is what I want to change little man into. Look at that! Little romper. Thank you so much, Sharon. I really appreciate you. And this is, it looks like a Junior J. Is it a Junior J? No, it's a mother care, 9 to 12 months. I thought Junior J because that's a, oh, it's anchor, so I thought it was J's around the top. Mother care. Looks quite big actually. So maybe Toby, Toby, we don't have Toby. Maybe Timothy. Put that there. This was the bag that I had because back then I remember my step monster having these like string bags. And then this one, a Peter Rabbit romper. I'm going to put him on that now. That's so flipping cute. Thank you, Sharon, so much. This is 6 to 9 months. Why doesn't it say where it's from? Peter Rabbit, 6 to 9 months. No. I used to be a plastic bottle of Morrison's. This is from Morris. I love Morrison. I love Morrison's clothes. As you all know, I don't get over there very often though. Well, we've got one in this town, Taunton, which is my closest town, but it doesn't do clothing. You know, it's probably got about like this much clothing. And whereas you see me go to Yeovil quite a bit, and maybe I'll remember to add one of those down in the description. And when you go down in the description, you just click on them and then they bring it up. So those were gifts. Thank you very much. I did have some other gifts. What did I do with that bag? We've got a bag. Here. So Tracy, Auntie Tracy gave me this bag. Isn't it great? Because it's fibromyalgia awareness. I said, do you want the bag back? And she said, no. It's one you can, it's got its own little pocket and you fold it up, tuck it in its pocket. And I should have, you know, I've got 2 of these now. My other daughter bought me one with Shrek because they know what I'm like too. And so I need to put them both, this one and that one, in the car because I popped into the store today and I need a little bit of shopping before I came home. And I had no bags because I didn't intend to get as much as I got. Okay, I'm going to tell you now. I went into Home Bargains. Home Bargains, if you're not in the UK, it's a cheapy shop, you know, discount store. And yeah, you go in for a couple of things. Like I go in there and I like to get Millie's treats on a Tuesday and some Werther's Originals from Russ. That's what I go in for, 2 things. Well, I end up spending lots more money because it's good value, and it's also I booked a delivery yesterday, grocery delivery. So I don't know. I know that in America you can do click and collect, and I think you can get deliveries now, can't you? In some places, So here you can get food deliveries from most of the stores. But also through Amazon, I can shop in Morrison's, not the clothing, the food. My daughter can for some reason. It must just be because it's my area, and the closest one is just like under the motorway and not very far away, probably about 15 minutes away. So, but she's further out. So I think that's why I get it. I get it through Amazon. So rather than me, I'm talking so fast, aren't I? I'm so sorry. That's what I do. Calm down. Everybody calm down. We're all excited because we're also going over Rebecca's in a minute. We're looking at stuff we bought. We're talking about what we did. So we're all excited. So let's just calm down. So I can, through Amazon, I can book my grocery shopping through Morrison's. So it saves me putting another app on my phone, which is what I really, really hate. I hate putting apps on my phone, taking up my memory, because I take loads of video and photos. It's almost like I need to get another phone just to do that, because it's so easy. See, I go off on things, so I hope you're keeping up with me. It's so easy for me to video, use the app on my phone, the YouTube app, and upload straight away. Okay, so that's easy, rather than me getting another camera and having to like set it all up with my computer and all that. I don't want to do that. This is my hobby. I don't want to do that. Hobbies should be fun and enjoyable, shouldn't they? So I don't want to put another app on my phone to use up any more memory. So I can go through Morrison's and do my grocery shopping. Well, anyway, yesterday, so I did my grocery shopping Sunday night after I got back from the show. I sat on the sofa and I ordered stuff to be delivered yesterday. It is really hot here at the moment, and nothing that I ordered from Frozen or fridges came, nothing. And I didn't know that they weren't delivering that. And that's because the deliveries are made by kind of like Ubers or Deliveroo or stuff like that, independent people in their cars. So I'm guessing Morrison's can't regulate that sort of stuff. And so they're like, and plus they could leave my groceries by my front door. Well, you don't want to come back to your ice cream melted all over the place, do you? And then putting a claim into Morrison's, it gives everybody a headache. So it didn't come. So today, when I popped into Home Bargains, our Home Bargains is really good, and it's got lots of like cucumbers and tomatoes, the fridgy stuff and that. So I got some of that, but it had no bags, so I had to buy some bags. So that's how we're getting all the way around the story back to the bag. We went all the way around. Did you enjoy your nice little journey? You went all the way around the mountain to get to the bag. So thank you very much, Tracy. That's 2 bags to go in pockets, so I can keep them in my car. But this was really good of you. Can you hear it? I have not shown these to a certain person yet. Tracy was really sweet. I brought these. She thought Timothy would like them. Of course Timothy would flipping like them. Not sure about the boys and girls though. They are Skittles. Dinosaur Skittles. With numbers to their lesson, you know, training, and there'll be hand and eye coordination and learning colour and all that sort of jibber jabber. And so they're Skittles, and they have, but look at their faces, they look like, rah! I can just see Timothy. I can literally just see him chasing Emma Jane in particular, and Emma Jane will pull his hair or something because she gets mighty annoyed with him. So thank you very much, Auntie Tracy. She said as soon as I saw her, I thought of Timothy. Look at him. I can just see him going like that. I can really see it. Because he is a monster himself. So, Auntie Tracy, thank you very much. I haven't shown him yet. I will show him because Auntie Tracy's coming over for a visit, and if she says to Timothy, "Do you like the Skittles?" and I haven't shown him, he'll be like, "What?" And Auntie Tracy will be like, "Right, that's it. I'm not giving Caroline anything else if she's going to hide these things from the babies." But they look absolutely flipping terrifying. Look at them. I can't get over how terrifying they look. will do to the girls. Poor loves. And then she gave, then in here, she said, I saw these and I thought, well, you might like them, and if you don't, just pass them on. But look at this for Sarah. Yeah, it's so frilly. It's a hand-knitted lilac bonnet with frill in here, and then look at the ribbon. Oh my goodness. It's just so flipping cute and cozy, and it feels so snug and lush. I love it. And look, that is so sweet. These two I'm not so sure about, but I think they're amazing. So look how these are made. It's very, very clever. So do you see that? It's just one straight, one like rectangle bit of fabric. Oh, I'll turn it around so you can see the detail on it. Okay? And then what you do is you put it over the baby's head and you tighten it at the back, and then you put it in a bow. So let me just tighten this bit up and put it in a bow. So then you put it on the child, and you see the back is now all pulled up together, and then you put this over the child's head, and then you do this up. Now, if you remember me at the show, I was saying I was looking for something for Patty, and I was looking for a straw boat or something like that for her, like for the summer. I wanted to get her something different to wear. So actually what I think I'm going to do is put her on one of these. This one is beautiful. It's got these flowers now attached. Now this one is more plain. So here, look, you can see the back right now has been tightened. So it's exactly the same. If I pulled that out, it would be a rectangle. Oh, they're both the same. So if I pulled that out, it would be a rectangle. And it's got that. And then you put it on the child. And then you do it up. I mean, this is so like old. It's really the old way of making bonnets and putting them on your child. And I just look at it. I mean, I've never even thought of doing that. So this is a smaller one. I'm not sure. This might be for Sarah. But anyway, whatever happens, I will have one for downstairs for Patty, which is my 1940s doll from my mother-in-law. Well, it's her doll and I've got the care of it. And one of them, I think I'm going to give it to Emma Jane. So we will make use of them. Thank you very much, Auntie Tracy, for those little gifts. Oh, I need a coffee. On the way back from my meetings this morning, my appointment, so I go to Slimming World. I don't lose any weight. If I didn't go, I'd just be a lot bigger. I was supposed to be trying to lose another stone. How many years, guys, have we been doing this? How many years? I mean, it's got to be 2019. So I have a problem with my thyroid. So I had a problem where it was, so they couldn't regulate it. It just kept rising and lowering, which is not good for you overall. And we spent like, I think it was kind of like 18 months, 2 years trying to sort that out. And that consultant said she wanted me at the start to lose £10. No, was it 20? Might have been £20. Might it? Might have been £20 anyway, and then it was 30. So I have lost 14, what's 14 and 7? 23. So I'm not bad, but I know I've got another stone to lose. So I go to Slim World. I've been going ever since then, and I just go up and down, up and down, up and down. I'll stay at this little weight now for a little bit, and then I'll go, down a little bit, and then I'll stay at that little weight. So I have no thyroid, no working thyroid now. I take medication every day, like a lot of people who have the same issue. And so because of that anyway, my body is super slow. I loved it when my body was like racing harder because it gave me a lot more energy. So when my thyroid was out of control, I had a lot of energy, a lot of nervous energy. I was awake at night, I had loads of ideas. I was like bobbing around here, there and everywhere and like being really energetic and everything. But actually that's not good for you because it's your little cells, each little cell in your body is working overtime. So it can really create like a heart attack, a stroke. And I was like, hey, so when I went on the medication, so I had had radiotherapy, so to get rid of my thyroid. People who've been here for years, like Grace, will know this already. Like Auntie Alison, Sam, people who've been here a long time will know this already. So I had it zapped with radiotherapy, and then they put you on medication to mimic the thyroid working. And I'm like, can you put it at its highest? Please put it at its highest. They're like, no, you've got fibromyalgia and ME. You definitely don't want it any higher. It's like, so that is just ticking over. You know, my body's just ticking over. So it's hard work to get it moving to lose any weight. And you have to be in a calorie deficit. And to be in a calorie deficit, you have to move. Otherwise, if you don't move, you don't burn any calories and you can't eat much. Anyway, I called in afterwards and got myself a coffee with an extra shot because I feel like I need it today. I'm sorry, I talk too much, don't I? Right. I'm trying to go stall by stall. Oh yeah, I need to get the bear. Oh, I'll have to show you that. Maybe I'll add a photo on at the end. So, I think it was last year I went to a show and I bought this yellow bear. And he's really old. He's from the 1950s. And if you've seen the video, you'll see me talking to the lady and buying this little set for the bear. When I bought the bear, he has no clothes. No clothes on. And so when I saw the lady there, she's got a lot more. She's got only one big bear left and just a few small ones. I might get a small one next time. The show, I put the dates in the video. I'll show you a piece of paper in a minute with the dates on of the show. And I want to talk about a show as well. So it is, she made, her cardigans and that was so lovely. Is this made, what wool is this made with? It's really thin. Is it like a cotton? So this is for the bear that I got. I have a yellow bear. And I'll put a photo in the back. When we next go down to Hillside, you'll see anyway. It's a little dress and a little pair of like bloomers. So I got that off of her. That was $3.50. And she also had some little overalls. And so I got this one, which is an old duck. 1950s duck. And that was £5. It's so cute. So both of those things need to go to Hillside. Oh, you see me look at the clothes section. One of you was going, oh, Caroline, I seen in the video, one of you commented, Caroline, when you were looking at the clothes, didn't you hear me shouting, yes, yes, buy that, buy that. Oh my God, I love that, I want that. But it wasn't a kind of show where anybody had little labels or anything like that. You know, when I go to the doll show, they have their own names because they're all artists and things. But at these shows, they tend not to do that. The only one was, I didn't get Charlie Willis because every time I went there, her stall was lots of people talking around her stall. Caroline, she was there and I did some of hers. Wendy's Dollhouse, she was there and I did some of hers. She had the Esme. Oh, loved that Esme. Really did like her, but I wasn't keen on her hair. Otherwise, I would have had her because I do love that kit. And then there's Tiny Hands by Jo. And Jo is the organiser of this show. She was there. She was the one that had the Princess Adelaide, the standing up pouty one that I think would look good next to Timothy. And I was very tempted. I did not buy a Reborn, so let's just put that to bed right now. I was tempted with her. So there were a few temptations, but I've recently had Elijah, haven't I? Which was like a real like late purchase, unexpected, end of the show purchase from Southampton. And I haven't had Henry, my little pickle, for very long. So at the moment, no. And I'm going to the doll show in June. So I love that show. So that's why I'm really saving the big pennies for that. So I want that type of show. And it was very small. And it's so disappointing for the organiser because we had a reduction in the entry fee because there's so few stalls. A lot of people some of the stall holders were sick or didn't turn up, and I felt really, really bad for Joe, who, you know, you go, it's a lot to organise something like this. I feel like I've got a mark on my head. I can't really see because when I'm videoing myself, it might be on the screen. When I'm videoing, it looks like my eyebrows like right up there. Oh, it is. Yeah. Oh, what's going on with my eyebrows today? They look very strange. Anyway. Yeah, I felt really bad for her. She was doing some rooting actually. She was showing people how she roots. That was really interesting. I didn't video that. But it's what you make it, isn't it? So if you go there and you're disappointed, that's, you know, and you were disappointed and, you know, that's fine, isn't it? That's fine. But I go because, and I'm determined to enjoy myself. I drive 2.5 hours to get there. And no matter, there could only be like 3 stalls and I'd enjoy it because there was like so much to see anyway. And I got better video than when I'm at Peterborough because Peterborough is so packed and crowded and quite stressful because there's so much and I want to video so much for everybody. I want to video it all for everybody. But because this was small, I could stop and talk to so many people and go and sit down and have like a real good conversation with people, which I don't get the chance to do usually at Peterborough because it's so busy, so packed, hard to move. And there's no real, I just think there's not enough seating either at Peterborough, whereas at the Motor Museum, there's loads of extra seating. Anyway, so I felt really sorry for Joe, but there was a reduction on the price, so it's only £3 to get in, whereas normally it's £5. But I had a really good look around. I had a really good day. I did really good videoing, and I really enjoyed it. The only disappointment I have is Mo. We chatted, but not for long enough. So at the next one in November, me and Mo are going to have a good old chat. Because I talk to Mo. I've been talking to Mo for years online, but I've never met up with her. And we met this time. Her daughter-in-law brought her over. Thank you so much for bringing her over, bringing Mo over. And but the daughter-in-law is going to have a stall in November there because she makes frilly dresses. And I'm like, wow, they will go down a treat. So November is always like a Christmassy like one, and I'm really looking forward to that. And I'm toying with the idea of having a stall myself. Who knows? But anyway. That was my only disappointment, Mo. I didn't see you again because I didn't go in the cafe there and get any lunch because I was sat down talking to Auntie Roz and Uncle Bob, and Bob had bought Roz a cake and Roz didn't want it, and he said, "Do you want the cake, Carol?" I was like, "Yeah," and he bought me a coffee. Thank you so much, Bob, and it was so nice to see you both as well. And Auntie Alison, I haven't seen Alison for so long. I must arrange something on the way up to Downham Market. I'll try and get hold of you and arrange something, Alison. And it is what you make it, isn't it? If you've seen the video, like there was hardly anybody there with their prams, whereas before we've had a massive pram walk. I mean, I don't know why. There weren't so many people there this time. That was disappointing, but it was nice to see people. Oh, and I also met a young lady who had a baby that had a breathing apparatus inside, and she got the breathing apparatus comes from Silent. What's it? It's a reborn artist from Australia, I believe, and but she's not online anymore. And it was called Silent Something Nursery. I don't know. I can't remember. And I used to watch that when I first started on YouTube. And she had this breathing. Oh my! It was amazing. She also had a heartbeat. I wasn't keen on the heartbeat. It was quite loud, the heartbeat. But the breathing, and she had it was remote control, and so you could make it like breathe as much as you liked. And so she had the remote control there and the baby. And just the baby was like, looked like it was sleeping and breathing. It was amazing. She said it's quite a big box that goes into the baby, into the body. But I was absolutely fascinated, and that is something I'm going to look into, because I just thought that was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So thank you very much to you for letting me hold your baby and telling me all about it. That was wonderful. I really enjoyed that. That's why it was good, because as a hamster, as you know, at Peterborough, it's so busy and it's hard to stop and talk to anybody. And I love talking to you guys. I love talking. And if you see me sat down with a coffee, don't think you can't come over and sit with me. Please don't think that. Just come on over and sit, because like you'll get to know more people as well. That's another thing about a small show like that. If you suffer with anxiety in like massive crowds, Peterborough is a huge show. It's very, very busy, like I say. It's amazing. It's an amazing show, and that is my favourite show, along with what I went to on Sunday, the Doll and Teddy Fair. And the Doll and Teddy Fair is completely different, because you get antique dolls, vintage dolls, handmade teddy bears, old toys, retro toys, vintage toys. It's amazing. And some reborn artists. So you get a huge mixture, and that's why I like that. And so as Hamster knows, it's hard at Peterborough to stop and chat, because it's just so busy. So if you do see me, please stop. And to every single one of you who says, hi, I watch you on YouTube, thank you and hi. And I'm sorry if I don't like give you loads of time for talking, like Mo. That's my only regret. Okay, right. I've talked for England, haven't I? Anyway, so that store. Did you like this time? We went like down, round, over the water, and back. Okay, so you've gone on quite a little tour, aren't you, today? So these were the two outfits that I bought, and I bought them with Henry in mind. This is a rockabye. It looks vintagey, doesn't it? I think Sheena would probably like this. It's a little top and a little pair of shorts. And honest to God, this is not my style. It says 6 to 9 months. Rockabye Baby can be a bit small on its sizes, but I think it'll fit him. Look at that ruching there at the front. That was £12. So you see me, I did root around on, it was Jo's store actually, Tiny Hands by Jo, it was her store. And I also got this, it's on a Next hanger, but it's not from Next, it's from Disney, Mary Poppins. Isn't that cute? Look at all those penguins. Oh my God, I've never seen anything like this. That's a onesie underneath with a pair of shorts. And yeah, and £12. You have that up for 12. And the actual price of it was £32. Well, 32 euros, which basically is a pound, same as a pound these days. So, and I got that for £12. So off of that big, not the one where the clothing went along the back and then she had vintage clothing here, not that store. But there was another store that was high up, and it had about that much clothing on it, and I was going through that showing you, and a lot of it was wrapped in this. So that's the store I got those two on for little man. Oh, and then I got another gift. So from Auntie Rose and Bob, I got a gift. Baby Boxer Shop. Ooh. Says Baby Box Shop. It's got a cute little box inside. Oh my gosh! Oh, Ross, thank you. Little Eli has his own little lovey. Oh, Ross. So kind of you. I'm going to message you because I wonder where you get this from. I love it. So Henry's just got a teddy bear that's called Henry that he got from his aunties. And James has got the rabbit from that same aunties that bought Henry the dog. the fluffy dog, with James on. And now I've got this with the lighter on. I need something Toy Story, don't I, for Annie to go with her Woody. Well, she's got Blanky, Auntie Sheila got her. Oh, that's so lovely. Thank you, Roz, Auntie Roz and Uncle Bob. Thank you so much. Yeah, Annie's got a Blanky. Emma Jane's got nothing really, but I would like to get her something with her name on. Frankie has got the headband. We found that headband when I was with Auntie Sarah. We found Francesca, so she's got that. Timothy, I do have some names, wooden names I made out to go on their cots at one stage, so maybe I'll find them out. I know Timothy's got that. Timothy has all sorts of blankets, so maybe we need a blanket or a pillowcase or something like that with his name on. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Okay, so then I went on to, I'm sure this is all from Polly's. Yeah, that's my brolly that I took. So then I went, she's called Miss Polly's Dollies, I think, or something like that. She is on Facebook. She's lovely. Polly is her name. She is really lovely, and I love, love, love her store, and I could buy so much there, but I try to refrain, all right? So one thing I got was this umbrella. These are hard. I thought these were hard to get hold of because I don't go on Vinted. But Auntie Alison says you can go on Vinted and you can get them on Vinted. But this is brand new, still in the packet, from Mothercare, and it's called a compact parasol, and it was £10. So let's open it up and have a look. Oh, it's beautiful. I can see already. Oh, look at that. Can you see that? It's got bees on it. It's all of these embroidery is all little bees. Wow. Oh my gosh, I love it. Look at it. They're so pretty back then, and now they're like this. So plain. I've got the orange one for this. I think I've got a couple more. But I love this. Compact. Yes. So I'm real chuffed with that. She had one more left. If I can find her on Facebook, I'll put the name in the description. Okay, but the fact that it's brand new, Kenya's packaging is just brilliant for me. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Now, I don't know if this is old stock because Mothercare, it's only Mothercare UK that's shut. So they're still going in other countries. So it could well come from another country. I don't know if it's dead stock. Mothercare still goes into Boots, but not a great lot. Not a great lot. I got a bib, still in its packaging. That's a terry bib. So this is what my eldest daughter would have had on her, and it's got a pink trim. And this is from Boots. So this will go in my little, got like a little basket with like stuff like this in. So that will go in there. Some old tights. They were £4, they're new. But they remind me of what my eldest daughter wore. My eldest daughter's in her mid-30s now. Look at that. Look at that. That's so blooming cute. Look at that. I think Molly's put on there, Polly's put on there 0 to 2 years. But I don't think they'll fit Emma Jane. So, but they will fit Annie. Maybe, no, maybe not. They'll fit, what's your name? Molly. Thanks, Molly. Molly sat over there on the sofa. Thanks, Molly. You hear her shout, Molly. And I got this rattle because I just thought this is so flipping cute. I don't know where it comes from. He's only got one eye. Has he got another eye in here somewhere? Maybe. But it is a rattle. It's clear. So I think I said the other day about selling stuff. So I'm trying to sell more of my modern stuff, and I'm going to bring up all my vintage toys and that because they're all down in Hillside. So that was £1.50. It's so flipping cute. Look at it. He has only got one eye though. But never mind. These, because they're still in their bag. Look at them. And the bag is all yucky and rusty. But look at those little babies still in the bag. I don't know what that is on the front of that one. I think on the front of that one, I think it's that. Yeah, it is. You see that it's elasticate. They got elastic around them. There, the elastics come off. So on him, on the front of this one, the elastic is broken. But they're both in these back. Can you remember these? I can remember we had a little toy shop, say made in Hong Kong. We had a little toy shop, and we could go in there and, you know, get something for your birthday, get something for Christmas. And I loved it, and it had like little pocket money section as well. So when we went with my dad on the weekends, we would be able to have some money and stuff like that. I loved that little shop. There aren't many of those around now, but these are the sort of things that would have been like in the cabinet that they had there. Look at her. She is called a Bandai 1987 Bandai Tiny Blessings. I've never heard of that, but oh my gosh, she's so blooming cute. I love her little bottle and her little baby. And that's the information from her. £5. She's got a little bow on the back of her dress, and her dress is short like they were back then. Little socks. So I'll give her. She looks like she's had a wash actually. She is so blooming cute. I got her. I got one of these bonnets actually. I got a pink one. You see that? A tie at the back. Same sort of like style. This was £3. I was thinking it would probably fit Emma Jane. It's got all hearts. The materials is all hearts. It's so blooming cute. That like front frill. So this is old, and this is kind of like the old style as well. Could not resist. Alison saw it and she thought, I wonder if Caroline's seen that yet. I could have bought so much of her clothes. Roll on November. We'll get some early Christmas money. Donkeys. Look at it. It's got donkeys all around the bottom. I need to go to the donkey sanctuary and take this one. I took Toby to the donkey sanctuary last year before Christmas. So it is, I'm not sure who it's going to fit. It was £8. I'm not sure who it's going to fit. It looks like Molly or Annie. Sleeves might be too short for Annie. Oh God, it's absolutely beautiful. I'm not sure where it came from. Could be handmade because it's got no label in it. No label in it, so I'm not sure. It doesn't really look handmade. But Molly, like she says, she measures everything. That's why she does 18-inch chest, 16 inches long. Molly's really good because she labels everything. I need to put a label on Patty on around her wrist so we know where she came from, her story. She's got an amazing story, Patty. And if you want to know more about Patty, she's my 1940s doll that was found on a bomb site in Germany by my mother-in-law's dad. If you want to know more, I'll put that in the playlist. Oh my God, I've got so much to remember to put in the playlist. And look, this is going to be a long video. Last thing anyway. The last thing I bought. And Auntie Ross said, is that for Jack? And I was like, no, my daughter wouldn't let Jack wear anything like this. My daughter-in-law would. It's got a little train there. And it's cotton. It's a complete one. It looks like it's separates, but it's not. It's a whole one set. And it says, it's old, it says John Lewis Partnership, made in the Philippines. So it's an older one, six months, and that was £7. It's bloody lovely, isn't it? And my new pram has got trains, and so I was thinking I could put this on Henry, because he can go in there. He looks really big for it, but he can still go in there if I want him to, because after all, he's only a doll and I can do what I like. But don't tell everyone, because they think that I think they're real. I know you're real, Molly. I know. Molly's not at playgroup today. That's why she's home. So that was the last thing that I bought. It's so cute. It's even got like fake pockets. Oh no, they're real pockets. Pocket for your dum-dum, and then it does up at the back. Oh yeah, it's got 3 buttons at the bottom as well. So cute, so clean, so fresh, so lovely. Thank you so much, Polly. I really, really appreciated all of that. Oh my gosh, so what a good haul, hey? What was your favourite? What was your favourite thing? I can't say what my favourite thing was, because I just love it all. Otherwise I wouldn't have bought it, would I? It's just all so lush. Everything. The presents that I got from lovely folk. These, didn't I? These. I mean, that's a bargain find. And this one. I'm so chuffed with my parasol. No baby. You thought it was going to be a baby, didn't you? Hey, you really thought there was going to be a baby. No, no babies. So I'm going to undo this now. So you unclip it there, and then it opens out like that. And then you just push it. There we go. And then there's a clip on. That clip also goes on up there and clips that on together. That's it. That is it. And if you want to lie it back, then you pull this, which I can't do because I haven't got the strength. We've tried it before, and Russ had to do it for me. So you pull that, and this unwinds, and then it flips back. But I can't do it. It's far too hard for me. And then I have this little clip that I put on the side that I hung all my bags on. And then this is, like I say, this is the pouch. And the pouch, this is the pouch. And then the cover inside, it goes into the big thing. Anyway, you would have seen a picture of that. So that is what Mr. Henry went in. I'll go get him in a minute. Right, darling. Hey, you want a wet free nappy? No. Hi, Millie. Hi, Millie. Hi. Going over Rebecca's in a minute. Okay. You want a cuddle, do you? So then all it's got is these straps here. This one goes into here. And then this goes into here. But it does have some D rings. So D rings here and here, they look like D's. And what they would have been for is reins. So you would have had, because you would have had maybe a toddler in here as well, they would have reins on, and then you would clip them to the D ring. And if you were like my youngest daughter, you would easily be able to unclip those and get out of the pushchair, because she was a nightmare for escaping. Isn't he gorgeous? He's so sleepy, Mommy. Hey, you're so sleepy. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'm sorry it's so long. And I'll see you in the next video. I don't even know what I'm going to video next. Oh, I'm going to wash Annie's hair. Yes, I've got some wig shampoo, and I'm going to be washing Annie's hair this week. I know that some artists say just use normal conditioner, but because Annie's hair is human hair, but it's dead human hair because it can't live, I got wig shampoo. I use wig shampoo. So I picked up some more and I'm going to do that. That's going to be one video this week. I'm not sure what else. I've got a few things and I've got some more, still got questions of yours to answer. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.